I talk to our players all the time about, there's nothing easy about winning games in college football, and today was a great example of that. Certainly, started this game didn't go the way we had hoped or the way it wanted, but it's really, the most important thing is how you finish. And I was struggling during the game, just trying to, think what this game reminded me a little bit of. And Ray Braithwaite kind of hit it in the head in the locker room. We talked about Purdue in 2002, and it's one of those games where at the end of the game, you just wonder how the hell did we do that. And Purdue was certainly that kind of a game. So a lot of stuff out there that didn't go the way we wanted or the way we intended. That's for sure. A lot of ups and downs during the course of the game. We talked to our guys about that also. And, when that's going on, all you can do is stay together and just try to keep your eyes forward, and see what you can do, in the forefront. So that part, I think our guys really did a great job of that. I just want to say I want to credit Michigan State, and I'm not at all surprised. And that's something I really tried to accentuate with our team. You look at a team right there they were 0-5 a couple of weeks ago in Big Ten play, and it's clear they've made a choice. Their team made a choice of how they're going to finish the season out. Go up to Minnesota, outgame Minnesota by like 160 yards and lose in overtime. And then last week against Penn State, who we've got a lot of respect for and how to play them. It's a 4-point game with 55 minutes left. So the average fan looking at the score says, okay, it was an easy game. And you watch the tape and you see the team is playing hard and competing. And I think that speaks volumes about the job that their coaches are doing and their players are doing. So, we had great respect, just so everybody understands that. Them coming in here, we had great respect and knew this was going to be tough. Obviously, we didn't have much flow going on, rhythm, however you want to term it, but one lot going right well for us or smoothly in that first half. And Michigan State gets credit for some of that. They were pretty aggressive with their defense, certainly, and did a good job there. And then, quite frankly, there's a couple things that happened right at the end of the first half and then into the third quarter where, I started getting concerned just in terms of, you miss opportunities, leave stuff out there, and then, are you going to be able to make that up? And, so that's kind of where that was at. But bottom line is I'm just really proud of how our players stayed the course. They didn't flinch. They just kept pushing and playing, and then encouraging each other. And then, they continued to compete, which is the most important thing. And the coaches kept coaching. So, it's a 60-minute game. And, if you quit, you got no chance. And certainly our players did a great job there. So just really proud of them and very, very happy for them because they certainly, we've had some tough losses. And, you deserve what you get, that's about how it goes, but sometimes it doesn't always work that way, so just really happy for our guys. They can celebrate in the locker room after an effort like that. And, hate to single out, I don't hate to, but, single out some efforts. Carson Shire, got a lot of guys look like they're playing their best football. Carson, Xavier, both seniors that just are playing at a faster clip than they would have been, maybe a couple months ago. And then, Caden Weegan just single-handedly kept us in the game today in a lot of ways, just with his returns. And I don't know if I've ever been around a player like that, that electric, that much juice. And tonight he certainly impacted the game. Going back to that Purdue game where you have a couple key special teams plays in that game, and somehow, some way, you end up finding a way to win the ball game. So I'd be remiss if I didn't single his efforts out. And you think about Drew Stevens up there with Nate Kading, that's a pretty high bar. Nate set that early in this whole thing, and then now you got Kading with Tim Dwight, and that's pretty good company when you talk about place kicking or you talk about return game. So just again, overall happy for our guys, really proud of them, happy for them. And I'll throw it out for questions, but first I just want to, a couple weeks ago it was John